Yeah, crack open a cold one, start dancing to that countdown, Jacob, like you're doing. Welcome, everybody, to the third annual Oscar reaction stream here on my channel. And I apologize that this is such short notice for everybody, but you know what? I was thinking, man, I'm in a show right now, and I don't have an Oscar reactions live stream planned yet, so I got to get on this real quick. And I'm so happy my good friend Jacob Hubbard said yes to come on here. My friend, it's been way too darn long since you've been here, but how have you been? What have you been up to?
It has been way too long, and I hope and I promise this will not be as long as the next one because I'm trying to
Yeah.
just. This year is such a big year for me personally because I'm in school right now, but I'm working on a short film and I'm having to purchase all of these products for this short film. So, a lot of work, a lot of fun, but when it comes to YouTube, I'm trying to be more focused on my comments, on my videos, but dang oh dang, I can't tell you how crazy it is to look at your thing. Like our shelves, like we have to have the same shelves, and people in the comments
Yep.
keep referencing, like, hey Zach, hey.
What's going on here? Like, are you legitimately in the same room, like just next
No,
to
sir,
each other?
I have people like literally say, why do y'all look the exact same? We do. We literally do.
Pass a cold drink to me, why don't you?
Yeah,
Prove
here.
it.
Take some water though. It's gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long stream, my guy, because we got.
That's the proof.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. No. Zach's over there. I was just kidding. Yeah. He's right.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, guys. But of course, I do have Jacob Hubbard's YouTube link down in the description box below. Go subscribe to him. Go show him some love because he's got a lot of great movie content and stuff like that. Hit that subscribe button for me as well. That would be excellent, my friends, if you haven't already. I see all of you in the chat. Look at all these lovely people that we see here. I got to say what's up to Zack Milne Talks Movies, who says, great thumbnail. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Luke Ponto is here. How you doing? Ready to see these nominations?
I'm in here on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, with some hot takes, so get ready. I am ready to hear those hot takes, my friend. We got a bunch of them. Ryan O'Toole is here. Lindsay is here. Got to say hello to Lindsay, of course. How you doing? Jared Runner is here. We got Jack Benner. We got, Luke Ponto drinking some bubbly in here. Okay, nice. Cheap plug for bubbly there. So I tried bubbly briefly when I was like quitting caffeine cold turkey, and I was like, this is just not good.
I didn't like it either. I don't like it either. Yeah. I'm basic. I have Dasani.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Coke brand water. But, you know, I'm glad Luke is drinking some bubbly right there. Jacoby, good to see you once again, my friend.
What up, Jacoby?
Heck yeah, brother. But, love all these tweets. I love all these people. Go and, if they're content creators like Milne, Ryan O'Toole, go and support them as well. Luke Ponto, big shout out to you, my friend. But yesterday, Jacob, we had some big news. Award season is among us. Yeah, Oscar nominations are out. Disney Plus. I couldn't watch them at 5:30 in the morning like a lot of these other crazy people did, but I saw them. I saw them. You know, I'm on the Pacific Coast. I can't get up that early, but I do it anyway for my day job. But anyway, here we go. This is going to be kind of a little bit different from years past. I'm going to try something a little bit newer. We're just going to go through some of the bigger categories in here that we're extremely familiar with a lot of the movies in all these categories. And I do have them on my handy dandy phone as we get them ready. Feel free to sound off with any questions or comments about, you know, any of these categories or your picks, your predictions. I love hearing those. It's going to be a big year because we had some big budget movies in 2022. Avatar: The Way of Water just crossed $2 billion at the box office, and not that I'm not surprised, but you know, it's going to be in here. We're going to be talking about it. But okay, let us go. Joshua Walters, good to see you, my friend. We have. Do you want to just get into the deep end here? You want to just go into the big one? You want to just start? You want to just start with cinematography?
You are the host. Oh, no.
Let's do it. Best cinematography. This is the category that really pissed a lot of people off. So we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Elvis, which will be a big one that we'll talk about throughout this whole stream, Empire of Light, and Tar, which, Jacob, I have not seen Tar yet. I've been meaning to.
I just watched it. It was my last video. I watched it last week because I figured Kate Blanchett was like nominated for Best Actress, and everyone keeps talking about it, so I watched it.
Oh, that movie's been nominated way more for Best Actress. So I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it now. But my friend, I'll let you kick it off. What pissed you off about this category?
Okay. Well, let me just go ahead and say this. I know, Zach, you have, but I have not seen All Quiet on the Western Front. That is probably gonna be one of my next few reviews because it got nominated for so many awards. So I'm probably gonna try to review that soon. I've never heard of Bardo. I'm so sorry.
No.
I've never even heard of it. Elvis. For cinematography, I don't hate it. I don't. But I will say Baz Luhrmann has such a style I'm just not a fan of, but I get it. Empire of the
Yep.
Light, it's Roger Deakins. I still haven't seen the movie, but it's Roger Deakins, so it's kind of like one of those like gimme awards, I guess. And then when it comes to Tar, I said in my review, that crap looks amazing. Hey, Zach, where's Top Gun?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think something is fishy about Top Gun Maverick being excluded from this category.
Because it got, okay, a little bit of a spoiler, but it got nominated for adapted screenplay. And it got nominated for picture, not director, not actor, but a lot of technical stuff, but not cinematography. When you watch that movie, that is the definition of cinematography, with high shots, low shots, close up, far away shots. And with the jets, the camera angles, I bet those workers took so much effort into just framing a shot. How did it not?
There's a lot of instances in Top Gun Maverick where I just sit there and watch the movie and I just think, how in the blazes did they do that? And I can't really say that about a lot of movies. I think the last time I really sat in awe about the cinematography was The Revenant. And I actually think it won this category a few years ago.
It did.
But for Top Gun Maverick to not be even included in here, I have a theory when we get to Best Picture about why it's not here, but just one of the biggest snubs of this entire stream, I'm sure. Let us know in the comments what you think the biggest Oscar snub is this year. Maybe even what the biggest Oscar snub is of all time. Jake Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler, but
I will say, for cinematography, just to throw out some other movies I know people want to talk about. People are going to say the Batman and everything. You know what?
Yeah.
I would have taken Batman over Elvis. I would have taken The Northman. That to me was a definition of cinematography.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of just many movies, but like those are the two biggest ones. Everyone's been talking about the Batman and everything. You know what?
Yeah.
For this category, I agree. I think Batman kind of got snubbed.
Yeah, the Batman got nominated for Best Visual Effects, which doesn't come as any sort of surprise. Top Gun Maverick is in that category as well. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever round out that category. I think it's kind of ironic that Wakanda Forever and The Way of Water are in the Best Visual Effects category when both of them involve blue people. So that's 100%. The key. That's the key to get into that category, is make a movie centered around a bunch of blue aliens. So, you know, and that's your shoe-in. That's your shoe-in there. Jacob's like, what the hell? But yeah, the Batman was nominated there. I believe it was nominated for editing as well. It was not.
It was not. But Top Gun was.
Yeah, Top Gun was nominated for Best Editing as well. I could go to that category. I mean, seeing as how we're just kind of jumping around here. Top Gun, Tar, EEAO, Banshees of Inisherin, and Elvis for editing. I have thoughts about Elvis for editing, but I don't know if I want to get into them.
Go right ahead.
I don't know how much I want to piss off Luke Ponto right now, but just to call him out of the chat, but because I know he loves Elvis, but that's fine. Listen, everybody, the Academy apparently loved Elvis way more than I did. I liked it, but a lot of it just really rubbed me the wrong way, just in terms of filmmaking. I'm sure Baz Luhrmann is a great person, and he's made a lot of really great movies in the past, but the first half of Elvis, I said this in my review back last summer, but it felt to me like the first half of Elvis was more a director's showcase and not so much a showcase of the man. You know, the second half of Elvis was tremendous, and I absolutely adored it. But when you look at the first half by comparison, and you're seeing how flashy all this editing is and the filmmaking and everything like that, it's like, hey, look at how good my filmmaking is. Please nominate me. You know, that's why Babylon kind of rubs me the wrong way too.
Oh,
But
don't even.
Babylon was nominated a few times, but
Not for the
I'm
right
glad
ones, or and not even for the good ones, but there was more needed.
I'm just glad Damien Chazelle was kept in check this year because he was getting a little bit out of control, I think. But let's go to the chat real quick. Luke, sure enough, says Elvis is in his top 10 of 2022, which is totally fine. Film Lover 134, good to see you, my friend. Puss in Boots 2 deserves Best Original Song nomination. Fearless Hero is too good. I can't believe I didn't even think about that snub.
I like the original songs they chose this year, but that's a good one. That's a good one. But
I
the
did.
ones they chose.
I like those picks as well. And we can get to that category next, but yeah, Top Gun snubs for cinematography. Ryan O'Toole says the planes weren't good enough for cinematography.
Apparently not.
What difference does it make? Like, did they have to get different planes to get cinematography?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous if you ask me.
It's just atrocious because if Top Gun Maverick were nominated in that category, that would be Top Gun's category to lose. They would blow all those other movies out of the water, but I guess the Academy wanted a more even playing field in that regard, even though there's a lot of bigger categories that I feel like are just way too obvious of picks. Way too darn obvious, especially if the Golden Globes are anything to go off of. It's a little fishy to me. Little fishy, but big snub for Best Actress, Mia Goth for Pearl. I'm seeing in the comments here.
I agree.
Yeah. A lot of people loved X, and I was like, I liked X. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever watch
Pearl,
it again.
did you?
I haven't seen Pearl yet. No. X was weird, like so out there. But I've been meaning to see Pearl for a while. I just haven't yet. Lindsay says that yellow Gatorade is superior. It is. It's helping my my throat right now because the show I'm in, I do a lot of yelling. So, and I'll just leave it at that. But Elvis is the one to take cinematography. Some of these people are saying,
No. No.
Yeah. I hate to agree with you, man.
Wait, you think Elvis? You think Elvis? Or you don't think Elvis?
I don't think Elvis either. I don't think Elvis either. I think out of the categories, or out of the nominees, rather, I think it's All Quiet on the Western Front.
Because I'll say, because that was the favorite I've been hearing. Again, I haven't seen it, but that was the one that I've heard has the favorite to win it. If I had to pick from here, well, the only issue is I haven't seen Empire Light, Bardo, and All Quiet. So if I had to pick, I'd have to pick Tar. But I've heard that All Quiet is going to win it. That's what I've been keeping up.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
I know.
So, and this goes for anybody who hasn't seen All Quiet on the Western Front. It's a German film, so I highly recommend just watching it originally in the language it was intended. Daniel Bruhl is in the movie, doing really well. But big coming out party for that leading actor, Felix Kammerer, I think his name is. Brian Bradshaw, good to see you in the chat. He's not happy about RRR and the Northman getting robbed. Northman would have been a shoe-in for cinematography. I will give you that.
The first one I say that deserved it.
Yeah, that was an honorable mention for me last year, but like I really dug it. I didn't like it nearly as much as The Lighthouse, but like it was still really solid. Really solid. But our best picture snub, some of these people are saying. Huck, good to see you, my friend. We're just talking about.
I need to watch RR.
I need to watch it too. A lot of people are saying, "Hey, that's the best international feature of the year." Which, again, RRR got hugely snubbed in best international feature. And I can actually let me actually find that category right now.
While you do that, I think I know the answer to why it wasn't nominated. I think I read somewhere. India didn't release that one as their nomination. They chose another movie. They didn't choose RR. So it wasn't snubbed. It just didn't get. I feel like if it got put in there, then I feel like it would have won. But I'm guessing since All Quiet is like nominated for like 10 Oscars, I'm assuming that's gonna win.
Oh, it absolutely is. Just looking at the rest of these, like that's a shoe-in. That's a shoe-in right there.
Yeah.
But we were also talking about best original song earlier, and that should be interesting because the song from RRR won the Golden Globe for best original song. But I like that song. I like that song. I'm not saying it's a bad song, but I don't think it was the right song to win. What we do
Ooh.
have is that song from RRR. We have, let's see, we have Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, which I have not heard. This is a Life from EEAAO. We have Lift Me Up from Wakanda Forever and Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick. That last one's the winner to me. It has to be Lady Gaga. I love that song so much. I don't care what anybody says.
I'll say this just for because a lot of people are gonna pick it because a lot of like just general audiences are probably gonna pick either like Top Gun to win it or like Lift Me Up because obviously that plays on the radio 24/7 and those are both great songs. But yeah, just from like watching all these nomination shows and everything, RRR seems to look at winning all of the awards for music, so I'm assuming that would be the front runner. But if I had to pick, yeah, Top Gun. I remember seeing that in IMAX, and when that song came on in the credits, the whole crowd like felt alive. I was like, damn.
God, that song and the Rihanna song can make me tear up on occasions, like especially considering the circumstances of Wakanda Forever and like where the song was placed. Ugh. I will also accept Lift Me Up winning best original song, but I don't know if it's going to. That one's a real toss up. Lindsay says both Lift Me Up and Hold My Hand are amazing songs. I agree. Fearless Hero. Everybody's like loving the Puss in Boots song, and it's a
good song. It is a good song.
It is. It's like a musical. It's just a musical number, just displaying Puss in Boots' arrogance.
I say that song, the Pinocchio song, could have been nominated. There are so many songs that could have been nominated.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was that's something else we can talk about because that Pinocchio was one of my favorite movies of last year.
I agree.
But while we're talking about music, best original score has a huge snub in here that I'd like to get to. We have Volker Bertelmann for All Quiet on the Western Front once again. Justin Hurwitz from Babylon, which I think is what's going to end up winning. Carter Burwell for the Banshees of Inisherin. Sun Lux, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, for EEAAO. And the one and only John Williams for the Fablemans. I'm rooting for the Fablemans like across all categories, and I know you are also. Because that was your favorite movie last year, wasn't it?
It is. But I will say there are, again, there are nominations. So I'm comparing each movie. What do I think? Yes, I want Fablemans to win everything. But I will say, and I know you didn't love Babylon, I actually would give Babylon the win, even with John Williams.
Yeah.
John Williams is amazing, but I would give Babylon the one that score. Like I literally listened to that crap in my car today at work. I literally just like the and then the speed up and like the loud. Yeah, Babylon.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I think it's one of the best parts of that movie for sure, and it definitely deserves the Golden Globe. And if those awards are anything to go off of, then absolutely it should be winning the Oscar as well. Brian Bradshaw and everybody else in the chat is saying that the Batman was snubbed, and that's what I'm asking. Where the fuck was Michael Giacchino? Where was he? That was one of the best Batman scores I've ever heard, and I love Hans Zimmer to death. I think Giacchino might have topped him, but no original score nomination.
See, okay, because I'm trying to think, because like, okay, people are like mad that it didn't nominate for Best Picture. I'm in the ballpark where I'm fine. It didn't get nominated for Best Picture. I'm not mad, but for certain categories, the score to Batman was so like that crap was everywhere. It was like on people who reference it on TikTok. That's how you know when it's a good score, when it's like spreading like wildfire. Like, so I do agree. If I had to take one of those out to put it in, I would actually take out Banshees and I'd put in Batman if I had to take one out.
Oh, God, man, that's tough. Like, you know, I loved the Banshees of Inisherin, and I'm going to praise the hell out of Martin McDonagh.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so amazing. Like, the more I thought about it, like, the initial viewing was interesting because I went and saw it with my brother, and we looked at each other, and I was like, I like something about that movie, but like, I don't know. I need to watch it again. And then I go and I buy the Blu-ray, pop it in over my holiday vacation, and I'm like, Man, that movie's amazing. Just like everything like about those two actors being together and the relationship being so fractured. The simplicity of it is what captures me about the Banshees. But that score disappears. A lot of people think it's like non-existent. So I get where you're coming from, but
Yeah, again, it's a good score, but if I had to pick,
yeah, people in the chat are saying the Batman didn't even make the short list, which is a crime.
That's crazy. Like,
It
okay,
is
like I
a
understand
sin.
getting snubbed, but not getting shortlist. Real, I mean, come on.
Yeah. I just Lindsay also says "Fearless Hero" for best original song. It wasn't nominated, guys. It wasn't nominated.
It's a good song, but
it is.
It's not there. I say, like, I agree with everyone. Like, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying I'm fine with the songs that nominated with. I don't need the Puss in Boots song, but it's a good song. So don't come at me.
It was a lot of fun. Where's
It
Puss
is a
in
lot of
Boots The
fun.
Last Wish the musical? We have a Shrek musical. Where's
That
Puss in
is
Boots
true.
2?
That is true. But no, if I had to pick, my winner is actually going to be Babylon. That's my pick. Because I don't know if we're doing picks, but I'm gonna just tell you my picks. I think Babylon's gonna win.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pick Babylon as well. Just mainly because number one, the score was excellent. And number two, it's also like there's no other score like Babylon's. Like you listen to it and you immediately know what movie it's for. You immediately know which director it's for.
I will. This is a question to you, Zach. Is All Quiet on the Western Front? Does that deserve a nomination? Like, was it good enough to be? I say I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Like the score for All Quiet wasn't really what struck me the most about the movie. It reminded me a lot of Hacksaw Ridge in a lot of ways, just in how realistically it captured war and everything like that. So I get why it was nominated for all these other categories, like a Hacksaw Ridge was. But score, I don't know. I mean, again, like Banshees, it was a more subtle score, not so in your face like a Babylon or the Batman, even. But it was I get why it's in there. Film Lover 134 says Babylon is great. At least someone agrees with you, Jacob.
I agree.
At least someone agrees with you. Okay. What else do we have here? So, best international feature, we already went over it. Oh, you guys were talking about Puss in Boots a lot.
Oh yeah.
Let's get into this one because this is a really interesting category because there was one I was not expecting in there. So you have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. You have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, of course, which I think it's going to be a toss-up between those two. Really liked seeing Turning Red on this list. I didn't think it was going to make it over a Lightyear. The Sea Beast is another one that I'm really happy made it. Marcel the Shell with goddamn shoes on is in this category.
Okay. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, please go first.
Okay. Let me go ahead and just say this. This category is a done deal. It's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I'd bet $1,000 it's going to him. Like, there is no question. The other four movies are good. Thanks for being there, but this is Pinocchio's to win. This is it. But Puss in Boots, I'm glad it made it in. I really am, because I figured since DreamWorks had Bad Guys and Puss in Boots, they were going to choose which one, and I'm glad Puss in Boots got over Bad Guys. Sea Beast, I actually have not seen Sea Beast. I remember when you reviewed it, and I was like, what the hell is this movie? And then apparently like other people reviewed it, and I was like, I'm
Netflix.
I know. But, okay, so let me just say this. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is technically an animated film, I guess. Even though you see live people the entire movie, well, I mean, like for 70% of the movie, but either way, the stop motion in the movie is fantastic, but that animation, I'm sorry,
it's not better than Del Toro's stop motion.
No.
I absolutely agree with you that Del Toro is taking this one because that was far and away the best animation of last year.
Yes.
But if Puss in Boots 2 won, it would be a very welcome surprise. Just because, well, here's the thing, because 6 months ago, I said this in my best of the year countdown, and I'll say it again. If you were to tell me that Puss in Boots 2 was going to be one of my favorite movies of last year, I would have told you were freaking insane. but I saw that movie twice in the theater, and I don't do that a lot anymore. So that tells you how much I loved it. I took my girlfriend to see it, and she loved it. It's like, and my thing is, it's making a lot of money as well, but I feel like an Oscar win would encourage more people to go and see it, which would essentially guarantee that we're getting Shrek 5, which a lot of people know that I want so badly. I want redemption for Shreks 3 and 4 being so mediocre. I need that so bad in my life, but can't have everything, can't win them all, but we will see. Shrek 5 has not been confirmed yet as of this recording, but if the box office draw of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is any indication, and that's telling DreamWorks that we want more. And that's how we tell them we want more, is by actually going to the theater and paying to see it. A lot of people are saying that The Bad Guys was snubbed. Oh, The Bad Guys even better than Turning Red, Rhino Tool says. Okay. Yeah. I liked it. I own the Blu-ray.
I say I don't own it, but I know a lot of people love The Bad Guys. I liked it. I'm sorry. I mean, it was good, but like I wasn't like, oh my god, but like it was good. Like it was a good movie. It's definitely like a movie I'd show a little kid. Like,
yeah. Oh, for sure. Lindsay, I'm sorry. I don't get why this is nominated as Best Animated Feature. Like, I really don't. It's a weird concept. It's just, I don't know if it was a movie that was made for me, but if it's made for everybody else in the chat, to each your own, right? That's what's amazing about movies.
Let me. Okay, before anyone comes at me, Marcel the Show Shoes On is a great movie. It is a good movie, 100%. But I'm just saying, like, so does that mean Sonic 2 is an animated movie? I mean, damn. I mean, like, there's animation, there's people in it. So does that mean Sonic's a animated movie? Like, that's to me where I get like lost. But no, Marcel the Shell is a really good movie. It is adorable. I love Jenny Slate, and I loved her voice. So like, it's a good movie, but it's fair. Pinocchio. Pinocchio's winning the award. Why are we?
Yeah. Why are we even dwelling on this? Because like even the human characters in that movie, even those look like they're wood carved. Like Geppetto's beard, like it looks like it was all handmade in a wood shop. Like Guillermo del Toro took a lot of small pieces of firewood and actually carved these creatures, and he actually painted like, the white beards on. Like, if you want a dark version of Pinocchio, go to Netflix and see what he does there, because it's absolutely incredible. Loved it.
It's probably my favorite version of Pinocchio, honestly.
Really? Oh, yeah. Man. Even over the original Disney, man.
This new one, I mean, like, I will say it is not the most kid-friendly movie, but damn, is it good.
Yeah, I can't say one is better than the other just because I grew up with that Pinocchio, Like,
that makes sense.
It just depends on which version you want to watch in that moment. If you want to, like, watch a version of Pinocchio with your children, the Disney one is the way to go. But if you want, like, how Pinocchio should really be, like, in terms of the darkness, yeah. A lot of hate for Lightyear in the chat. Like, I really wanted to see Lightyear in this category because I really dug it, but can't win them all. Can't win them all, I guess. I think it's a great concept, but it's a very polarizing movie. But let's see, where do we go next here? There's a lot of stuff. We've done original score. I think we've done editing, haven't we? I think we talked about it,
but we didn't like say like who wins or whatever.
Say what our pick is. Let me look at that category again. So scroll all the way down to the bottom. So we have Banshees of Inisherin. Oh, freaking Elvis. Yeah, we did talk about this, didn't we?
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun.
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up between that and Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I would love to see win some Oscars, and I think it's going to take home a couple.
Oh, it's going to. Oh, it's definitely going to.
It's going to take home at least a couple, and we'll get to those. But
I'll say Everything Anywhere got the most nominations with 11, so it's got to win one.
Yeah. Let's look at those stats real quick. Yeah, it's 11 nominations. Right behind it with 9, All Quiet on the Western Front and the Banshees of Inisherin. That's both crazy.
Good movies. At least
Elvis got 8 nominations.
That's crazy.
That is way too many for Elvis. Way too many. The Fabelmans got 7.
I like that.
Tops Elvis should have gotten 2. Like not 8. Not 8. But Top Gun, Maverick, and Tar both with 6. Wakanda Forever got 5.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Which is more than The Way of Water. And
that's crazy.
I will take this to my deathbed. I like Wakanda Forever more than The Way of Water. I'm sorry. That might just be my Marvel bias coming into form, but I liked Way of Water more than the first one. But
I'm not sure.
That awkward moment when Ryan Coogler does the blue people better than James Cameron.
I'm not gonna go that far because the blue people aren't the main focus, but I don't know.
Blue people are the villains. Blue people are the villains.
We are blue. We're blue. Zach, your room's blue. My room's blue. We're turning blue.
Next year, Pixar coming out with Turning Blue.
Turning Blue, best animated feature and best film, Turning Blue. Where the little girl has her period, but the period blood's not red, it's blue.
Oh God, no. It's gonna be a satire about how Avatar is taking over Hollywood. And it's gonna call James Cameron out. Oh man. But I'm sorry. There's some people are saying it's the best movie of the year. That cannot be farther from the truth. I'm sorry. It cannot be farther from the truth.
Everyone has an opinion, but I just disagree.
Yeah, which is fine. But I mean, it's just like to call The Way of Water the best movie of the year when there's so many others that are better than it, like in a multitude of ways, just based on uniqueness. I can't say it's the best movie of the year. Especially, Ryan said in the comments, this is what really pissed me off.
I know. Nope. I know it's coming. Yeah, I knew that I knew that was coming.
Nope was my favorite movie of last year, and it got a big goose egg. I always talk about that one movie that was incredibly snubbed. Nope is better than Us. I don't care what anybody says. It might not have gotten any love because the Academy might have seen that and been like, oh, that's too similar to Jaws. We can't give it love. They nominated Jaws back in the mid-'70s for a bunch of awards.
Jaws got a Best Picture nomination, so.
It did. So I can kind of see where they're coming from in that regard, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. But
I'll say this. As a fan of Nope, I will say this. I don't think it deserved a Best Picture nomination. That's just me. I do think the movie's great. But I will say it deserved sound. It deserved a sound nomination.
Cinematography.
The night scenes. I mean, come on now. Those aren't night scenes. That shit was daylight. But guess what? It was night.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy that it got no love from the Academy. But
I thought it was going to get sound. That was my prediction. I thought it was going to get a sound nomination.
Could have gotten Jordan Peele at least another writing nomination, that's for sure.
Maybe, yeah, but when we get to the writing, I mean, I really like the writing this year, but I will agree. I mean, he could have.
That's a great segue, actually, because we got 2 writing categories to get into here. Adapted and original, of course, as is per the tradition. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us, by the way, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's look at the chat once again before I get into it. I heard Keke Palmer would have been a possibility in supporting actress, and I thought she was great. Comeback performance by an actress this year, I think. It was so great to see Keke Palmer again, but she wasn't going to win that category considering who else was in there, unfortunately. But it would have been nice to at least see her get, recognized. But, okay, let's start with adapted screenplay because this is interesting. There's a lot of titles in here that got no other love outside of this. All Quiet on the Western Front, of course. Glass Onion was nominated in this category.
Crazy.
Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Women Talking. Women Talking we haven't talked about yet. I haven't seen it. My theater is starting to show it this weekend. If you guys want me to review Women Talking, let me know down in the chat, and I will gladly check that one out and talk about it. But I don't know, man. I don't remember. Did Knives Out win this category?
I don't think it was nominated.
I want to say that Knives Out was nominated for writing. Hold on, let me look this up while you give your pick here.
Well, while you do that, so for the movies I've seen on this, I've seen Glass Onion, I've seen Top Gun, and I actually have seen Women Talking. I've not reviewed it because I'm lazy. And I'll tell you this. Okay. I do think for winner, I'm actually going to go Women Talking because Sarah Polley didn't get nominated for Best Director. So I'm actually going to say Women Talking will win it because that movie had so many great performances, great directing, and it got snubbed in all of those categories. So I feel like the Oscars said, "Hey, we'll give you Best Picture nom, but here we'll give you this award." But if I had to like pick my favorite, I mean, I would love to see Ryan Johnson win an Oscar, but I just don't see it.
Oh man, just vindication, and it would piss off all the Star Wars fans if he won something at the Oscars. But they still hate that guy. They still hold a serious grudge against him for ruining their childhoods. But
he gave us Breaking Bad, some of the best episodes. So I hope he would win just for that alone.
So he's not a sinful predator on your childhoods, guys. Ryan Johnson. So I looked it up. Knives Out was nominated for original screenplay in 2019, but it was beat out by eventual Best Picture winner Parasite, which does not surprise me in the slightest. And I it's coming back to me now. Parasite like swept a bunch of Oscars, but as much as I would love to see Ryan Johnson win this one, I need to see Women Talking to solidify that pick. But man, it's enticing to put Top Gun Maverick in this spot, isn't it?
That's
it
crazy.
Really is. It really is. Like, I would love to see it just sweep a bunch of awards, but
because I'll be honest with you, Top Gun is a great movie, but I'm not remembering that movie because of its script. So I don't understand. Again, I'm just gonna bring it up again. How the hell did that get nominated but not cinematography? Because I'm telling you, Top Gun cinematography is amazing, but the writing for that movie, I mean, it's very. I don't want to be mean, but I'm just saying it's very a generic script. I mean, you got your older guy teaching young people, big summer movie. So I would have not nominated Top Gun for screenplay. That's just me.
It's basically Creed with airplanes and more characters.
Exactly.
That's what that script is. It's a blueprint. But yeah, I mean, I would have definitely subbed out a nomination for this category and put it in cinematography, but another story for another time, I guess. But original screenplay, I think, is definitely a lot more of a toss-up here. So we have...
Yes, it is.
We have what I think is going to be the winner, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness, which is another title I haven't said. I still need to watch Triangle of Sadness, but this has to be McDonough's, doesn't it? Like, it has to be.
He won screenplay for 3 Billboards, I believe.
I think you're correct. Yeah. So, if anybody wants to fact check that in the chat, you're welcome to. But
so I'll say this, because I don't want to spoil my Best Picture prediction, but this actually comes into play. So I will agree with you because I don't think Banshee's going to win a lot of awards. So I'm going to think Banshees wins this one, but do not be shocked if Everything Everywhere All wins it.
I will accept either one of those. And I'd love to see the Fabelmans take this one home too. But
my boy Spielberg, first time writing a script, he gets nominated. So like I'm happy for him. But like he's gonna win something. He's gonna win something else.
Yeah, more proof that he's the greatest of all time, right?
Freaking the GOAT.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying the Iceman scene tears from Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, spoiler alert, Iceman Val Kilmer is in Top Gun Maverick, and it was the biggest tearjerker when I saw it in the theater. It was a moment I'll never forget, and I was like, oh my God, they're actually putting him out there.
That's acting. But that's not the screenplay. It's great dialogue, but that's the acting.
It is. That's a question. That's a question, isn't it? The Menu again. Goose egg. What the hell?
I mean, okay. Just you go ahead, Zach. You show your love for The Menu because I'm gonna come in and be the bad person for this category. But you go ahead and talk about The Menu. Go ahead.
The Menu, best original screenplay. I would have liked to see it get recognized for that category, but I would have loved even more to see it recognized in a category that we'll get to later. But yeah, Lindsay, I agree with you. The Menu is an amazing movie. It was in my top 5 of last year. Thinking more and more about it, I adored it to pieces. We can agree to disagree, Jacob. I know the ending is just like
no,
polarizing for you.
It is a good movie. I just don't love the movie. Like, everyone loves the movie. I thought it was really good. I've seen it
Yeah.
twice in theaters, so I'll tell you that. I swear to God, I've seen it twice in theaters. I saw it by myself, and I saw it with my girl. Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah. No, but fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, but like, so that movie, like Everything Everywhere All at Once, not that it's comparable in any way to that movie, because how can you compare to Everything Everywhere All at Once? But there's just something so unique about it. And I just love how ambiguous it left everything. And that's what I really love about a thriller like that, is it just leaves you thinking about it. And it makes you want to go back and constantly revisit it. I wasn't expecting the menu to get in, honestly, Jacoby. I would have loved to have seen it there. All I have to say about the menu right now until later, this is a tasty burger.
That was so cheesy.
Vincent,
so
have you
cheesy.
ever Vincent, have you ever tried a Kahuna burger before? But yeah, not to act anything, but these acting categories are really interesting this year, aren't they? Let's start with Best Supporting Actress. We have Angela Bassett for Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow from The Whale, Carrie Condon from The Banshees of Inisherin. Loved seeing Carrie Condon in here. Jamie Lee Curtis from EEAAO, her first ever Oscar nomination, by the way. And Stephanie Hsu from Everything Everywhere All at Once also. Loved seeing both of them get recognized. Neither one of them are going to win. This is Angela Bassett's to lose, I think, just because she gave the performance of her career.
I'm not convinced.
You're not convinced. Who do you think it would be other than that?
I think it needed to be Hong Chow or Stephanie Hsu. Is it Hsu? Hsu?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry if I messed it up. Because the only
cool.
If I was a betting man, Angela Bassett, yes. But a Marvel movie has never won an award for acting. This is the first time they got nominated for an acting award. So if she wins the Screen Actors Guild, then yeah, she'll win it. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, Hong Chow or Stephanie Hsu deserve it over Angela Bassett.
I would love to see Jamie Lee Curtis take it home also, just because I've been a fan of hers for a long time. But again, kind of like if you put Keke Palmer in this category instead of somebody else, like if she was in here instead of the girl from The Whale, like, and I haven't seen The Whale either. So I can't exactly I can't exactly state like I can't exactly state, okay, that's a great performance that's worthy of being in there. I'm sure Brendan Fraser gives the performance of his career, and we'll get to him, but like, it's I feel like this is a little bit too easy of a category to call. I think this is Angela Bassett's to lose. There's one other acting category that's just like that, but thankfully we have some other acting categories that are a bit more of a toss-up here. Luke still needs to see The Whale. Jack Benner thinks it's a great lineup. Jacoby, thank you. McDonough did not win screenplay for 3 Billboards. He lost to Jordan Peele for Get Out, which is
all right. Yeah, well, then
I should have known.
Then Banshee's gonna win screenplay.
I should have known. Get Out is a masterpiece. I don't care what anybody says, but yeah, McDonough has to win that category. But
well, you should be happy, Zach. If Hong Chow wins it, that's your girl from the menu. You would love that.
That's true. That is very true. I'd love to see her get some credit for something, but
also don't be shocked if Carrie Condon wins it, because she was damn good in Banshees.
She's a dark horse, man. I really
she's
love
like a dark horse.
Yeah, she was so awesome. Like a lot of those like every single main actor in the Banshees of Inisherin was actually nominated in a category, which is unheard of. 4 of them. You know, like they can't all win, obviously. There's one category where 2 of them are competing against each other, that being Best Supporting Actor. But it's just crazy. It's crazy. So this category is freaking stacked, man.
It is.
Brendan Gleeson, Brian Tyree Henry from Causeway, which is interesting. I haven't seen that one either. I'm sure he's marvelous in it, though.
I've seen it.
Judd Hirsch from The Fabelmans. I know that's one of your favorite picks right there, Judd Hirsch. Barry Keoghan from Banshees of Inisherin, and my pick, Ke Huy Quan.
He's winning it.
He has to. It like his okay. This is kind of an emotional pick for me, mainly because I freaking love the Goonies to death, and seeing him come back after all this time and actually get recognized like his first go around. And now he's going to be in Loki season 2. And now he's going to get like all these other projects coming his way. Everybody's already throwing around rumors about Short Round making an appearance. So like, it warms my heart to see him again. And I love that he's back with Chunk as his talent agent as well. It's just,
I know. That's so great.
It warms my heart, man. Like, God bless Brendan Gleeson. Like, I'd love for him to win an award down the line, but
same.
This has to be Ke Huy Quan, doesn't it?
Yeah. This category and animated are like the two guarantees. Like Ke Huy Quan will win. Yes, he will win supporting actor. But since he is the winner, since we already know Ke Huy Quan, I'm just gonna call him freaking Short Round, is gonna win. So that's great. Let me just say this. How did Judd Hirsch get nominated for being in a 5-minute scene? Great scene. Great scene. How did he get nominated, but not Paul Dano? How?
Huge Best Actor snub. And that is the category I referred to towards the beginning of this little podcast that pissed me off the most. But you know, what can you do? I'm not the Academy. Everybody in the chat is saying to give it to Ke Huy Quan.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah, everybody's so happy for Brian Tyree Henry as well.
Same.
He was in a lot of good stuff last year. Anya Taylor-Joy snubs for The Menu also.
No.
No?
No.
What do you mean no?
No. If anyone in that movie would get nominated, it'd have to be Ralph Fiennes. She was fine. She's not Oscar worthy.
You just you just buried my lead there. Okay. You want to get to the Best Actor category then? Okay. This is the category that really upset me, guys. So we have Austin Butler from Elvis, obviously. Colin Farrell from Banshees, which I really love seeing. Brendan Fraser from The Whale. I need to see that. Paul Mescal from After Sun and Bill Nighy from Living. So listen, there were a lot of other people who were snubbed that I thought could have really benefited. Ralph Fiennes, I think, gave the best performance by a leading actor all year long. And he does not get any recognition. That was the best performance of his career. I don't care what anybody says. I love him as Voldemort. I love him in the Grand Budapest Hotel. That was his best work in The Menu. And the Academy does not recognize him. And it's just baffling. Paul Dano also snubbed for The Fabelmans. Yeah. This is so because of so many. Robert Pattinson, I'll even throw him into the mix. I think. No, you're laughing now. But listen to me when I say this. Mark my words. Robert Pattinson is the best Batman.
Oh,
you heard me.
Oh, I love Michael Keaton.
I love him too. Robert Pattinson got it all just right, though. He got it all just right. Everybody's so easily saying Brendan Fraser in the chat right here.
I agree. If again, how I think Brendan Fraser. Damn, when he said his name differently, it's throwing me off now. I can never say his name normal. Brendan Fraser.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. I'm just sounding it out, but
I know. If I was in Vegas, I would bet Brendan Fraser. Damn, I did it again. But I'm just gonna say this. I think it's a 2-man race between him and Colin Farrell.
Really?
Yes.
You want my honest truth? This category is Austin Butler's to lose.
Oh.
Especially considering that he was far and away the best part of Elvis. Not directing, not the whole plot line overall, not the first half, certainly, but freaking Austin Butler's performance. This is Jake Crendel from iCarly, and I'm picking him to win Best Actor. Like, what is going on here? Like,
I mean,
and
like, I
honestly,
don't disagree with you at all. He's freaking great.
right. And here's another thing also. Not to like bury this too much, but it would be very, very tempting for the Academy to give him this award, especially seeing as how Elvis's daughter just died. Like, you know,
I I don't
like
want that to be a reason why he wins. I
he
really
can't.
don't.
It can't be the reason. It can't be the reason. But you know what? If he does win it, he has to mention it because like she was at the Golden Globes, and then a couple days later she passes away. It's very tragic. But like, if he wins, that has to be the mention, and that's got to be a headline right there. And it
Probably.
sucks that that'll kind of overshadow his performance, but it has to be him. It has to be. No
Well,
disrespect to Colin Farrell or Brendan Fraser, but
again,
I
I agree with you. I mean, I agree, but I will say I don't think he's winning. I think he's the third choice. I think it's between Brendan or Colin.
yeah, I doubt that'll be the reason too, Jacoby. But when you snub as many when you snub as many performances that were better than a lot of these, of course it's going to be Austin Butler's to lose, at least in my opinion. But I don't know, man. That'll be an interesting category to watch out for this year.
I will say though, Zach, when you see the whale, I want you to text me if you think Austin Butler still wins. Because damn, man, I mean ooh.
Yeah, yeah. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. This is coming from someone who did not see the whale, but Austin. Everybody's saying Austin Butler's got a long career ahead of him. He got more chances. So here's another thing. Here's the reason why I think Austin Butler is winning. If Rami Malek can win for Bohemian Rhapsody, which in my opinion is a far inferior movie to Elvis, I will give Elvis credit for that. If Rami Malek can win, and everybody on my channel who has been with me for a while knows that I've had some things to say about Rami Malek, and that since he won that Oscar, he's basically played the same exact role every single time. Go watch him in The Little Things. Go watch him in Amsterdam. He approaches it the same exact way. It really bothers me. But Austin Butler, I think, has a chance to, like, this could really propel his career forward. And everybody's saying he's going to be in Dune Part 2. This is his time to put up or shut up after that, because he could do the same thing Rami Malek did and just play the same role every single time, or he can go for the Oscar again and try something completely different. Anyway,
my
Luke
pick's Brendan
says
Fraser. That's my pick.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, and I'll be happy for Brendan Fraser if he wins, but I think it's Austin Butler.
Watch us both be wrong and watch freaking Colin Farrell win it, which I would love.
I would love that too, because he was so good in that movie.
He was so good.
Man. Luke is saying Daniel Radcliffe was snubbed for Weird Al. That movie was not going to get nominated at all. As much as I loved that movie more than Elvis. Like, that was, I don't care what you say, that was the best musical person biopic I've seen in a long time. And after this, I think we should stop the trend of musical person biopics, because I think it's way too easy. Like, take a troubled musician and then just tell the story about their life. I've seen it a million times now. Like, we need a break from it. What's with the hate for Rami Malek? He plays the same role, Luke. Where have you been? He plays the same part.
I will say, Luke, in Mr. Robot, he is freaking great in Mr. Robot. I will agree with you, Luke. In Mr. Robot, he's really good. That's
the only one where he appears different. But anyway, Best Actress. This is much more of a toss-up here, but there's a very controversial pick.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, Ana de Armas for Blonde. That movie freaking sucked.
It's awful.
It's just a Calvin Klein commercial. Anyway, you have Cate Blanchett from Tar, which I believe ties the record with Dame Judi Dench for most nominations for an actress not from the United States, which I think is a great accomplishment. Andrea Riseborough from To Leslie, which I did not see it.
I did not either.
That's one of the things that I love about the Oscars, is that it kind of exposes you to movies that you want to watch. To Leslie is a movie that came pretty much out of nowhere. And I feel like the only other guy who knew about this movie was my good friend Luke Kearfield, who is a huge Oscar fanatic. If you haven't seen his stuff, you should check him out because he's really cool. Um, but there is a viral TikTok of him losing his shit at Andrea Riseborough getting nominated. And I'm like, good for her, man. Good for her. She's not going to win. She's not going to win, but it's cool to see her get nominated. And then watch me eat my words as she wins.
Ryan just said it best. Where the fuck was Danielle Deadwyler? If it was any other year, Danielle Deadwyler or Danielle Deadwyler, if it was any year, she's winning the Oscar. She was snubbed, and you gave Ana de Armas. Oh, okay.
I would have taken Viola Davis in The Woman King, and I just liked that movie.
Exactly. You know? I like the movie too, but like, okay, Ana de Armas, I love her. She's so good in everything. Hell, she's not bad in Blonde. She was the only positive I said about that movie. So I guess that says something. But that movie is so trash and so bad. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to nominate her. Hell, they didn't nominate Lady Gaga for House of Gucci, and everyone thought she was getting nominated. Remember that? Everyone thought she was getting nominated. She didn't get nominated because a lot of people were like, oh, the movie sucks. That's why. Well, what happened here? Hell, Zach, I know you didn't like the movie, but you can at least agree with me. How did Margot Robbie not get nominated? She is amazing in Babylon.
Bro. Like, if Margot Robbie was in this category, she takes it home easily. A lot of people are also saying, who is the other name that I saw here? Yeah, Viola Davis. A lot of Florence Pugh for Don't Worry, Darling. I would have taken her. She acted circles around Harry Styles.
Yeah, but
absolutely acted circles around him. And she, like, her back must be broken from carrying that movie so much. But, man, oh man, like this. Yeah, I didn't realize that Blonde nomination would have pissed me off as much as it does just sitting here. But
it's such a bad movie.
Yeah, but let's face it. This is going to be a battle of the Michelles, isn't it?
It is. Wait. Wait, you said Michelles. I'm sorry, sir. It's a battle between Kate and Michelle Yeoh.
You think so? You don't think Michelle Williams has a chance?
No. This is a two-woman race. Kate Blanchett or Michelle Yeoh. 100%. But when you see Till, you'll understand. Or Tar. If you see Tar. Because I'll be honest with you, I think Kate Blanchett is going to win it. I want Michelle Yeoh. But Kate Blanchett is probably going to win this award.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, if the Golden Globes are anything to go off of, this is Michelle Yeoh's for the taking. I would love to see her and Ke Huy Quan both take home acting awards, but I don't know. I mean, I can't get everything I want out of the Oscars. Clearly, a lot of my picks last year were not taken under consideration, but I would love Yeoh to take this home. I mean, Kate Blanchett has been nominated how many times? Michelle Yeoh.
I don't know how many times she's nominated. I know she's got 2. She won for Blue Jasmine, and I'm pretty sure she won supporting for The Aviator. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, she totally did. So this is another thing. This is part of why also I think like some of the people who are winning these acting awards are getting them. I feel like this is something that would be pure vindication for a lot of people. Michelle Yeoh is a legend, and she has not been recognized ever by the Academy. And this is could be her only chance to actually win it.
I agree.
You know? So I think this is hers. So,
okay. If I'm in Vegas, I'm betting Kate Blanchett. My heart, my soul wants to go to Michelle Yeoh. So Tyler, shut up. I know she'll beat me up. She'll beat me up with her pinky. Also, I love you, Tyler.
What's up, Tyler, in the chat? Good to see you. Sorry about your Ravens getting knocked out by eventual Super Bowl champions, the Cincinnati Bengals. But in any case, what?
Niners.
With Mr. Irrelevant third string quarterback, I don't think so.
Dude, Debo, George Kittle, that O-line, that defense.
They're not better than the Eagles. They're not better than the Eagles. There's no way.
I love how we're talking
Um,
football now.
I know. So just a sidetrack real quick, because I'm an avid Seahawks fan. I'm at
Hey,
least
hey,
happy.
man.
I'm at least happy that we made the playoffs in a year where nobody gave us a chance in hell.
Yeah.
49ers knocked us out. Everybody expected that. But you know
Yep.
what? I'm just happy we made it, and I think it's going to be great for our future. But here's the thing. I want it, like, this is just a religion for me to root against the Niners, just because even though I'm a Bay Area boy, I'm a Seahawks guy. So I have to root against the Niners. And everybody's like,
I respect
Zach,
that.
it's time for you to Zach, it's time for you to come to the dark side and all that. But I'm like, okay, they're playing Dallas. This is a good defense. It's time to get the job done. I should not have trusted the Cowboys at all. Like, I knew they couldn't do it, but I know the Eagles can. I know the Eagles can. Brock Purdy, all I read is Brock Mr. Irrelevant, but they're not winning. So speaking of winning, yeah, Michelle Williams, I would just love to see the Fablemans get so much love, but
I do too. I think it's one of those. I love the movie. It's obviously my favorite movie of the year. I see it walking away with maybe 1 or 2 wins.
one win, including the next category we're going to talk about. But
Yep, I knew that was
coming. Best director. Let's just get right down to it. Let me pull up the list again. So we have Steven Spielberg, of course, Ruben Ostlund for Triangle of Sadness, Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin, Todd Field for Tar, and Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love seeing Daniels on this list.
I do. I really do.
This is Spielberg. This has to be Spielberg, right?
Well, you know how I feel. I'm gonna be pulling for Spielberg. I want him to win his 3rd directing award. Something deep down tells me that Daniels are gonna win this.
You think?
I'm pulling for Spielberg. I'd bet money Spielberg, but something tells me that Daniels might win this.
Yeah. It's a toss up between those two, and I would also really, really dig it if Martin McDonagh took this one home, just because of how dark and everything was. Like, it's between those three. This is the toughest one to call. If I were a betting man, damn, man, I didn't realize how tough this category would be. Thinking about it.
Just me personally, just watching it and everything, because I know the Critics' Choice Award, Daniels won it. At the Globes, to me, they don't matter. Spielberg won it. But I'm pretty sure the Directors Guild did. I'm pretty sure Spielberg got nominated, or he did. So, there was one award. It was the British something award where he didn't get nominated. But either way, I would say Spielberg. But because this is my mindset. Martin McDonagh is going to win screenplay, so I don't think he'll win director and screenplay. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think. The Daniels, this is their first time. They got the most nominations. They might walk away with Best Picture. So if they walk away with Best Picture, I think they'll give director to Spielberg. That will split it up. So maybe, because I think maybe whoever wins this, the other one wins picture. Maybe. So, but then again, I'm gonna go Spielberg. I'm gonna go Spielberg. But do not be shocked if the Daniels won it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if the Daniels won it, but my thing is, I brought up this theory in the video that Steven Spielberg is at a time in his life where, like, we're not going to be experiencing a new Spielberg movie a whole lot more, like, after this. So he is picking projects that mean a lot to him. Last year, he did West Side Story, which is a movie he grew up watching with his dad. First musical he ever directed, too, which is crazy. The Fablemans was somehow better than West Side Story, even though I loved that. And it was all about his childhood and all about his upbringing, and like, oh, this is why I love movies and everything like that.
Exactly. See, I agree with you. I think that story is so, like, just give it to him. Like, come on, give it to Spielberg.
Like, this is a director that hasn't really pulled back the curtain all that much in terms of like how he does movies the way he does them, so this is kind of like a look into his psyche, and I would adore it if the Academy gave it to the Daniels, but I think this is Spielberg's time. If the Fablemans ends up being Spielberg's final movie and he retires, like, he went out with a big one.
It's not his last movie. They announced a couple months ago.
Really?
He's making a movie with Bradley Cooper. It's like a sequel to an old spy movie. Yeah, this is Spielberg's last movie. Oh, you didn't know
Oh,
that?
I didn't hear about that one,
If
but
you look it up, I forget what it is, but it's like it has Bradley Cooper in it. It's like it's some type of something from an old movie, and Spielberg's directing it. But yeah, it's not his last one. But I will say, I mean, I'm so biased. I want him to win it. I'm sorry. I want him to win it. I want
well, I
him to
mean,
win this one.
if you look at the shirt, obviously I'm
Exactly.
a little biased. I was throwing in a hint right there that I'm going to be pulling for the Fablemans all the way, but because that was my number 2 movie last year, and I
Number
can't wait to
one.
buy. I can't wait to buy it on 4K. I think cumulatively, if I can say the word correctly, that's the highest ranked movie between both of us. But man, oh man, like it's going to be a toss up. I want to see Spielberg, but Best Picture, the big one,
The
and
big
again,
one.
they filled it out. All 10 nominees. And by the way, before we get to this, Best Director snubs: Jordan Peele for Nope. Matt Reeves. I would have loved to have seen Matt Reeves get nominated, but probably wasn't going to happen. Mark Mylod. I would have loved to have seen Mark Mylod for The Menu. Guillermo del Toro, not nominated for director here. That's just off the top of my head, though.
I was
So
gonna say G. Colby B said it best. Joseph Kosinski got a DGA, but not an Oscar.
big time.
I say,
Oh,
hell,
again.
I'm shocked they didn't give James Cameron a nomination. I figured they would, but they didn't. I was like, all right, good for them. They didn't give James Cameron just a good old nomination, because usually I figured they'd give it to him, but
Well, they gave him a Best Picture nomination, which is kind
they
of a
did
gimme.
do that. Yeah.
It's not the best movie of the year, guys. I'm sorry, it's not, but it's in there with All Quiet on the Western Front, Banshees of Inisherin, goddamn Elvis. Goddamn Elvis. Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. I have not seen 3 of those nominees, and I am meaning to see all of those. But of the ones I've seen, man, Elvis, seriously, for Best Picture? You've got to be shitting me. Like, it's one thing to, like, first of all, I'm so glad that Baz Luhrmann was, like, snubs there, just because, like, that's what you get for making the first half of the movie about your directing and your style. But, my God. No, Tyler, Morbius does not get surprise win. Fuck off. Fuck off. No, I told you that was going to be one of the worst movies of the year. But, oh man, this is too much fun. But obviously all in good fun, guys. But
Morbius will win something, though, guys. It's nominated for 5 Razzies. It's gonna win something. It's gonna win something.
Oh, why are the Razzies a thing? But so Robert Eggers also snubbed for The Northman. That's another good pick, but
That's a good pick. It's not shocking he didn't even get nominated, but I agree. Yeah.
So here's my thing. With Top Gun not being nominated in director or cinematography,
I agree.
it's a given that, obviously they're not going to win those 2. Do you think that might have been because they already settled on that being Best Picture? Because that's a movie that brought people back to the theaters. I don't care what you say about The Way of Water. Top Gun Maverick brought people back to the theaters in a time when we needed it. And I think it should be handsomely rewarded. But in terms of...
Yeah, you're not wrong, but just a lot of people are really wanting Top Gun to win. But to me,
I would love it.
It comes down to Banshees, Everything Anywhere, and The Fablemans for me. But I would not hate it if I saw Top Gun Maverick and we get to see Tom Cruise come on stage and he'd probably give the award right back to him because of his... It's a joke. Because he'd probably give the award back. He gave away his Golden Globe, so he'd probably be like, "Thanks for the Oscar. You can have it back now. I'm gonna go make Mission Impossible 8." Like, damn.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ryan makes a great point in the comments. The Academy is desperate to get their ratings up, but they don't realize that it airs the same night as the finale to The Last of Us, which is a phenomenal fucking show.
Oh, you're watching it? Good.
Oh, yeah. Of course. And I'm going to do a full season review like I usually do with TV. So I'm not going to do it week by week. But Oh God, if Matt Smith was nominated in supporting actor, his dance scene would have been his Oscar clip. Damn it, Jack. Thank you, Jack.
I will say for that night, even though I've played the video game, I actually will be watching the Oscars all the way through. I will wait after to watch The Last of Us. I've played the video game, and so I know what's going to happen. So I'm okay watching the Oscars and then watching the finale.
Yeah. So what do you? You're picking the Fablemans, aren't you?
I'm gonna go Everything Anywhere.
Really,
but like again, I agree. This is how I see it. Whoever's winning director, the other one will win picture. That's just how my mindset is.
You're right. You're right.
So if Spielberg wins director, I think Everything will win picture. But the dark horse to me is Top Gun. I agree with you. It was the movie that brought us back to the movie. I could see it. I could see it.
I will accept any one of those four. I will accept. Yeah. I'm pulling for the Fablemans just because of where it sits on my list. But I would love seeing Top Gun Maverick win this. I absolutely would. Even though a lot of people have some interesting things to say about Tom Cruise and his personality and everything like that, like you cannot deny that man knows how to make a blockbuster and make it work, and the dedication that he puts into it, and just the labor of love that went into Top Gun Maverick. That's why I love going to the movies. Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think, would be a great choice just because of how unique it is. And same thing with Banshees of Inisherin. Don't sleep on that one because I think it's a dark horse in this category.
Too.
But
it is.
You know, I said my piece last year, and it ended up being Coda, which is a movie I didn't see until after the Oscars, and it's great.
I love that movie.
Yeah, but I would never have guessed that Coda would have won last year, considering what it was up against. But
I'll say this for Banshees of Inisherin. I love that movie. And the year he made 3 Billboards, I was pulling for 3 Billboards to win the whole thing. It didn't win it. And to me, if I was an opinion-based Academy voter, I think 3 Billboards is better than Banshees. So, and if they didn't choose that to win Best Picture, then I don't think Banshees deserves Best Picture. So my pick is Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to walk away with Best Picture, maybe director, maybe actress, maybe screenplay, maybe supporting, or definitely supporting actor. So Everything Anywhere is going to win so many awards. Will it win the big one? That's the question.
So since thank God it wasn't Don't Look Up last year. I would have loved Don't Look Up to win, but I don't know what you're talking about, guys. Don't Look Up is incredible, but God, man, like everything you said about whoever wins director is not winning picture, and since I picked Spielberg to win director,
I could be wrong. Because Movies and Train Studios, he makes a good point. Last year, Chloe Zhao won both, and Parasite also did it. So I'm also forgetting that. But I just feel like there's such a great competition this year. They want to split it up. That's just how I think. But I could be wrong. Everything Anywhere might win director, and it might win picture. I may be wrong. Who knows?
Screw all of you that said Morbius is getting snubbed for Best Picture. But
I love that they're messing with you.
I fucking hate that movie, guys.
I know you do.
It's gonna be a really tough pick here. I'm gonna be bold and say Top Gun wins this.
Okay.
I really do. Just because as much as I'd love to see the Fablemans take home both picture and director, I don't know if it's going to happen this year with this competition, but yeah, everybody's saying Morbius is the star of the Razzies. We're not talking about the Razzies, but yeah,
everyone's going in on Morbius.
Top Gun's the winner, guys. But guys, this has been so much fun. I absolutely adore talking all these movies with you guys and just messing with everybody. Jacoby, I'm sorry, Top Gun has a great shot, but my friend, let everybody know where they can find you.
Well, at this moment, you can find me in a Chick-fil-A delivery car working 5 days a week right now. But
Oh,
if you
get
want to
out of
find me on
here, you
social
idiot.
media, you can find me at Jacob Hubbard on YouTube, where I do movie reviews. And this week we're going to be reviewing some weird ass movies coming out this weekend. What is it? The Bill Skarsgård? Not Bill Skarsgård. It's like some, I don't even remember what
Infinity
it's called.
Pool.
Yeah, I'm seeing it tomorrow. Woo! And then on Friday, I'm
so
gonna go
sorry.
see Fear. I'm gonna go see Fear, which I've never even heard of till now. Anyways, so you can find my YouTube channel there. I'm on Twitter at Jacob_Hubby99, where I post tweets.
Hell yeah, dude. You can find me at Zack Goller on Twitter, of course. All of our deets are down in the description box below. Go subscribe to Jacob, subscribe to myself as well. Let's see if we can get both of our channels to 2,000 by the end of this year. I would love to see that. Yeah, let's see how quick we can get up to 2,000. And I'll tell you what, I might even do some giveaways if you guys can help me do 2,000. So hit us up, hit that subscribe button as well. I'm going to continue my retrospective in the Rocky franchise. I just uploaded the Rocky 4 review for you guys to go ahead and enjoy. That movie was so freaking dumb, but Rocky 5 is, of course, next up. We're going to examine the black sheep of the franchise. This weekend is going to be hard for me to do new releases, mainly because I'm in a show right now. It's opening up on Saturday. So I'm going to try and get out new content in terms of new releases as fast as I can. I'm excited to see Knock at the Cabin, though. Really excited to see Knock at the Cabin, the new Shyamalan movie, coming out not this weekend, but next. So I should have a Thursday night review up for that one because my show will be out in the open. I won't be in rehearsals and all that stuff. I don't know if I can see Infinity Pool this weekend. I don't even know if I want to see it. Let me know if you want to hear me talk about it down in the comments because it just looks like another Crimes of the Future to me. But in any regard, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Jacob, thanks again for coming on once again. This will certainly not be the last time you see this fella over here. Take care, guys. Send me your Oscar picks also. Yeah, I would love to hear those. But this was fun, guys. See you next time.